Contract's up for the mayor. There it is. 30 GP for the mayor. We can go ahead and get his stuff again really quick. Let's go. Hi, Standing Proud. Oh, are you done? We can let it go a little further. I mean, it's not going to get much, but we can let it go a little bit more. We'll just, yeah, keep it like that. And then maybe take it down like this, and then take it down like, let's say like this. It ain't going to get much, but we'll just let it stay a little longer. It's all good. All right. We have a potentially exciting year ahead of us here, okay? When it comes to being a factory. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fresh films yet to be released. And if we take a look at our factory policy, you can see that we've already gotten 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to release in a row to have 13 films in a row with all fresh story elements. That's great. Writers will periodically submit ideas with high potential for commercial and artistic appeal. We just get those ideas from our writers. And then I don't know if this is going to count. It might reset. It's January, so it is the other year, but it may reset. But we need to release 13 films in a calendar year. I don't think that'll be a problem. Then we could just get to choose 5 story elements that will remain fresh forever, which I love that. Okay, so successfully meeting 3 demands in a row is what we're on about. And right now we've got 1 cooking. That's very simple. Very simple. Has Roger Fox with a soldier protagonist. And it's an action movie at 70%, which is above the minimum requirement of 65% or 60%, yeah. And this is going to be done filming in about 10 days. And we got 85 days left on release. So we should be able to get that done. Bad Blonde, here we go. And only 11% attendance for my 6,600 screenings. This film died. Luckiest day of the year. This film died. It did really well the first week. And it says it's ranked number 1 for the second week, even though it has 46% attendance. Somehow that's a rank 1 on that week too, but it got decimated. Viewership is completely destroyed. Wow, 5% of the money-ish in week 4 than it made in week 1. Something went on with that, you know. Now I could set up distribution again. This is gonna have stale elements now, and I don't know if this counts as like a re-release. Is it gonna mess up my what's going on in a row thing? I don't know, but it isn't making that much money anyway with it, how much it died. So I'm just going to end distribution on this film, I think, because it made like nothing. So we're just going to let that go. Bad Blonde is here. Let's go ahead and check this out. It's got an A- in the Kinomark score. And I mean, it should have been locked in, right? It should have been locked in freshness. That's what happens with films, but it was showing me an orange light bulb, and I don't know how to interpret that in terms of like what the game is going to do there. So it's not making me that much money, so we'll just get rid of it. This is going to lock in all fresh story elements. The movie has been released, so its freshness will not change, is what it always says. And yet that icon clearly showed it wasn't fresh anymore. So I don't know why it's showing me that, but okay. So we'll let this go a little bit further here. Laughingstock is done. This is, oh, hang on. This is the Pollux now, apparently. But the Laughingstock is our film with Mr. Conti, Ricardo Conti. So it's time to choose which films you'll nominate for the Pollux. Okay, so I have Luckiest Day of the Year. Okay. I've got Rings in Every Finger. I've got Give Me a Shoulder. So I think Rings in Every Finger was a pretty good film. This has 3-star ratings throughout here, which is pretty good. A B Kinomark score, and it scored fairly well. It did fairly well. Homer's our cinematographer for it. Lawrence Bush, featuring Alan Calhoun, has got pretty good performance here. I feel like this is probably a good candidate for it. And then I might actually choose Luckiest Day of the Year. It's weird as it sounds. This film, I mean, it died. Like, attendance just died, which is weird. I think that's weird, but it has some really high star power in it, with Tom Stone in it, Donald Pierce, Gertrude Ross, Leslie Stone. Each one of these guys have that star power trait. Every actor in this film has brought more in there. But apparently that wasn't enough to sustain any kind of viewership more than a week. It was also edited by an award-winning editor and an award-winning composer. So everybody here is really rock solid. Roger Fox is a 10 director, basically. We have really high-end people here. And then also some of our ratings give us 4 stars. So I think this one with an A- Kino Mark score has a possibility of winning something too. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one in there for contention as well for best film. Cinematography is probably going to be the same thing. We have good cinematographers through this. Again, we have, I think probably these 2 films are just going to be nominated for most of everything. We had Homer here, which is a pretty good cinematographer. And we can go in and put Luckiest Day of the Year in there too. I think our cinematographer for this is Everett Daniel. Yeah, 8.9. So we can put both of those in there too. Another contender could be Give Me a Shoulder. It has a 6.0 on the artistic score here, but it's kind of maxed out for its script. It just didn't have as good of reviews. And, the cinematographer was a 6.5. Director was a 5.8. It's got, also has Alan Calhoun as his protagonist. We already have him in other films. So when we're looking at Best Actor and stuff, we can already cover that with other films. So I think I'm good with just having these 2 films run through Best Actor and stuff like that. So now for Best Actor, yeah, we have these 2 films here too, again, right? So Alan Calhoun, I think we'll put you there. And then for another Best Actor here, what about Walter Carroll, Sergeant Willis? No. Give Me a Shoulder is Alan Calhoun again. So we could maybe stack that to really just, give him a high chance to win it. This one here, again, Leslie. I don't know if I want him to be any more expensive than he already is. So I might stack this instead and just strategically here, I'm going to put this movie forward with Alan Calhoun again. That way I've got 2 Alan Calhoun movies. And that way when he wins, it's not going to upset my other guy, right? They're going to get happiness debuffs on that. So if Alan wins, he wins. Although, does he get double sad if he loses twice? I don't know how that works. We're going to go with this. So Best Actress, we only have 2. So Standing Proud is here and The Iron Teacher. Now we're hoping that Standing Proud wins if any of them win, because this one is Opal Sarver. Yeah. So Opal, we want her to win because this one is Sybil Radler, right? Frau Radler, who is now deceased. She is no longer, it says not hired. It says not married. It doesn't say anything about her not being alive anymore. But the German, they implied she got a bullet to the head, right? Is what they implied. So we don't want her to win this because she can't be sad for losing. That's just how I'm looking at it. Rings on Every Finger. Do I really want? I don't know about Lawrence Bush here. I could maybe get. Luckiest Day of the Year is Roger Fox. I don't know if I want Roger to win because he'll just get very expensive. To be honest, I'm not sure if I want that. But we're going to put both of these films back in there because I think the whole cast and stuff just gets really bonuses on these. So we'll go ahead and do that. Best Screenplay. Theodore is not the greatest writer. So it wasn't a great script. It was improved. Because of the acting, it was improved. So who wrote a great script? Probably. Well, Herbert Ford. The Rings on Every Finger was probably a good script. And then if we take a look at Luckiest Day, the screenwriter here is Jay Perry. He's also a very good writer. Chances are this was a great script too. It's a powerful script, up to 8. So should have been a good script. So it's probably a great screenplay there too. Okay, so we'll go ahead and let that be a thing. We'll see how we do on the Pollux this year. Laughingstock can be up to an 8. Thankfully, this is in the 5 to 7 range, so we can go ahead and accelerate it if we'd like to, get this done and over with. And again, Ricardo Conti is there. I don't need to rush this, though. This film doesn't need rushed. I just need to release it this year. So I think maybe it's okay not to do that. Not to put everybody through that stress or whatever on that. So I'm just going to put a security guard on the scene because this is potentially going to have some events. Because it's, but I'm not going to give it any fuel for a bad event to happen. So we're just going to let this go. It'll be 102 days. And we have 292 left to release it. It's plenty of time. I don't need to rush this or anything. It's fine. I think once all of these are done, I might allow drugs in the studio because we'll no longer be producing. We'll no longer be producing films. So we'll see how that goes. Although I do want to have a good film with whatever factory is happening, right? So I want to be able to do that. Branded didn't turn out so well. Let's see why. I mean, Tom Stone's not great when it comes to... Well, it says his loyalty is high, which I was under the impression his loyalty wasn't high. So maybe all of a sudden his loyalty is high now. That's interesting. Okay, well, you had 5.3s. Yeah, we had some other people that were down there. Tom Stone's happiness fell by 30%, supposedly. Or it fell by 30. Supposedly. But then I got it back up somehow. Yeah, we'll start post-production on this. That's fine. And once these are all done shooting, I think we can allow drugs in the studio to help get a little bit more GP with our police friends. Let's let Emma do this one. We'll let Pete Curtis is locked, though. That's the problem. So let's give Lee Woods a little bit of experience on this one. I'm okay with Branded maybe being not so good just to give us some more experience here. 36 days into post go. If it means I get to have these other films done by better people, like Very Simple, for example, if I could have that done by better people, that's great. So we'll go ahead and let that happen. That's on a day expiration there. So Craig didn't do that, but I'm looking forward to Craig doing it. Get that down, please. Fred Jensen, you're so cheap, I gotta keep you. Cinematographer, gotta keep you. We're gonna go for 3 years with you. And we're going to go ahead and give you the medical coverage to go along with it. There you go. Okay. New story element. Key witness. A character who, as fate would have it, possesses critical information. Because of this, he finds himself a target for the antagonist. I like it. I like it. All right, cool. With Very Simple done. It locked at 7. Pretty much expected this to stay. We have great people behind it. And with Roger Fox directing it, it's got to be good. Everybody here was rated very well. Even with Opal as our antagonist being slightly under the mark, everybody else lifted it up. So that's pretty good. We'll go ahead and have that locked in. And we don't need a rap party. A lot of people have said you should throw rap parties. It makes everybody happier. You can't get people happier above 100. Okay. So like and also keep in mind when we rush things, the crew's happiness and loyalty go up because of our factory policy. I have multiple things right now that are keeping my people happy, right? I've got the aesthetic staff or whatever that make people happier with medium landscaping instead of, wanting higher end stuff. That's fine. But I also have all of those research things that I did, which give people more happiness when I'm at, a certain level, caliber filmmaking. I have that bonus now that makes everybody happier when they're part of a production. They just get happier, right? I have all of that stuff already done. So there's a lot of things keeping my crew happy. Throwing a rap party costs me money. And yeah, I could get my loyalty and my happiness to go up here for the entire crew, but they're already at 100. So it's not really doing me anything, right? Like maybe Fred Jensen, but he's already happy. Everybody's a slam to 100% happiness anyway. So throwing a rap party is a waste of money. That's why I'm not doing it. If I look at the film and there are people who are unhappy, then yeah, I'll throw the rap party. But like, that's never the case. I've got too many stacking things going on with what I've researched to keep people like pinned at 100. I mean, Oliver's not, but everybody else is, Fred, you can go in through here. Keith Zimmerman can go through here. Let's go like this. I'm looking forward to getting my own recording studio at some point here. I'd like to get high quality film development too, but okay, let those guys go to work on that. Hopefully they don't destroy it, but it's okay if they do. That is going to be first victim. It doesn't matter who represents evil, be it a cold-blooded killer or a demon from the underworld. Its first victim is like a gong heralding the triumph of chaos. If there's one victim, there will be others. Nicely done, sir. So Very Simple is going to be edited in 25 days. That gives us about 50-ish, a little less than 50 days to release it. we are going to have to rush printing then. I think. I need 5 weeks, basically, and then we'll be good to go. All right, so best film. Rings on Every Finger is nominated for Best Picture. Outstanding. Love it. Best Cinematography. Homer did get the nomination. That's great. Best Actor, Alan Calhoun. That makes sense. I stacked 2 movies in there, so it makes sense that he would get that because he was kind of being pushed twice on both of my nominations, so I was hoping I could get him in there. We have 2 nominations for Best Actress, so high chances of us getting that. Hopefully Opal wins. If Riedler wins, I guess that's cool for our studio. We'll still get the influence and stuff for that. That's fine, but it would be nice for Opal to have the happiness instead of someone who we're not going to be working with anymore. We did not get any nominations for Best Director, unfortunately. Good news is that our big 10-star director, since he won't win an award, he won't become all that much more expensive. So I guess there's a silver lining to that. And then Best Screenplay, Herbert Ford is nominated for Rings on Every Finger. And so we basically, with all these nominations, we're looking pretty good here to win something, I would hope anyway. So we'll have to see how that goes. And of course, we're definitely going to attend. Absolutely. I want to see ourselves. We got to see ourselves win, of course. All right, then. So let's see how things form here. We got Spirited Young Lady as a new protagonist, a dreamer and a rebel from a noble family, a strong personality who flies against stereotype. Harley is a 4.3. I think I'm going to have you finish. I'm going to have you write a script instead, Harley, because I want to get scripts written. That's going to help our script department. I want to start getting that to be sped up a little bit later, too. And I think we can, and you're a 4.3, we can definitely develop you a bit more with your unbiased self. That's neat. Let's give you a little bit more loyalty, too, just a hair. And then if I go over to ideas, I could have you hit an idea, or I can have you do like a really good script. So let's make a script for you. I want to make at least one custom script every video is what I'm trying to do. At least incorporate this element into the game because it's like my favorite element in the whole game. But there are certain things where it's just like I want to just fly by and I want to make a lot of movies. That's kind of what Factory is. When we get to Boutique, we start really focusing on the more artistic side and start doing things that boutiques do. We're going to slow things down, make fewer films that are much higher quality. We're going to start doing that. And then we can have really fresh elements and stuff all the time too. I mean, we'll make a lot of movies still because I have a lot of theaters, but we're not going to make 25 films in a year anymore. That kind of thing. We're probably going to slow it down, maybe more like 15. Still a lot, but yeah, we can slim down just a little bit there. So for you, what is it? You don't like thrillers? You don't like thrillers. Okay, so if we don't like thrillers, then why don't we make a Gone on Sunday. Gone for Sunday. So Sunday's a person maybe, huh? Sunday could be a person. So he doesn't like thrillers, so let's stay away from that. We could do maybe a historical drama with you. We could do an action comedy. I kind of like the action comedy approach right here. We could do something like, we could have a little bit of drama in it, but it kind of works better as a duel. So I'm thinking maybe we go something like this. We'll see how funny you are. We'll go 50-50 on this. We'll see how funny he is. And we could do this as Victorian England. We haven't done this setting yet, so why not? Let's check this out. See what we can make happen here. So on this one, maybe we have a spirited young lady, a dreamer and a rebel from a noble family. A strong personality who flies against stereotype. You know what? I think that works pretty well for Victorian England. For the antagonist on this film, we could have a heartless bureaucrat could work here. We could. Let's see what the story is going to develop for, though. For the spirited young lady, perhaps we have a mysterious guide. Underbelly of a hidden world. A mysterious and seemingly neutral character who speaks in riddles and clearly knows more than he says. Sheds light on the underbelly of hidden worlds. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. You know, she's spirited, young, strong, flies against the stereotypes. Maybe this could work. Let's see how this plays out here. We could try that. I mean, maybe we do an all-female cast here. Oh, can we not have? Wait a minute. What's this? Am I only allowed to have... I'm confused. Am I only allowed to have one supporting character? There it goes. Weird. Okay, that was an odd thing happening. It was just replacing it instead. I wonder if like there's a way for me to... Oh, if it's highlighted. I've never had that happen yet. Okay, yeah, okay. I just never bothered to look into that. Okay, cool. So I do want like a 3, maybe 4 women. 4-woman movie, huh? Or maybe instead of the rival, which makes a little sense, we could have it be the we can have it be a strict parent, right? And then what's the theme for this? The theme for this is maybe it's, let's see, she's spirited young lady from a noble family, strong against the stereotype, struggle for a better life makes sense here. In this case, we could have social rejection making sense in this case. We could have, let's just check and make sure. Yeah, this is not very fresh anymore. Let's take that away. Small town to big time. That could work. I don't know if Victorian England really makes sense there. It's this film probably won't make a lot of sense anyway, but I'm kind of experimenting with a slightly less than good writer here too. Ancient puzzles, avenging loved ones. American life doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Victorian England. And then maybe the finale is she gets the better life, you know? That's the way that's going. So let's see. I don't know what she's struggling with, but she's got a lot of females in this role, all right? And then the antagonist could be a square enforcer. Rigidity and unwillingness to see the system's flaws to make it difficult to cheer for them. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Again, all-female movie. I don't know. Maybe it will work. It's an action comedy, which really doesn't make a whole lot of sense for a woman movie, but this is really spitting in the face of conventional cinema right here, you know? So who knows? Maybe it will work out just fine, and we can have Harley go ahead and write this in 85 days. We'll see how that turns out. I have no idea. We'll see how that rocks, okay? New story element, we have a generational conflict. That actually could have worked for that film. So, okay, cool. So an intergenerational conflict figures into the plot somehow. We'll have you repeat this. And then the banquet is going to be done. And with the banquet done, I think... Ted Phillips, I want you to try again. Yeah, with the banquet done, I want to hold another one. We're still not done fighting for our freedoms against the code yet. So I'm going to wait on that just a little bit longer. Oh, illegal tendencies are found. We found it. So Teresa Castro has a tendency towards cocaine. Does she now? Well, I happen to have some. Indeed, I do. And it's going to give her a lot of happiness towards me. I'm going to give her a little bit. There you go. Yeah, you've given me a special gift and earned my trust. When the contract with my employer is up, I want to work for you. She's on the hook. Oh, she's a 9.0 too. Commanding presence on the screen. She's known for thrillers, dramas, and comedies. That's quite the mix there. Okay, seems good. She loves it, and we've got that going for us now. Standing Proud is a done film. We can put that in the archive now. Oh, good. Ooh, new settings available. Space. Finally, something I can really use for sci-fi. Love it. Herbert, we are going to stop you for a second. And I think I'm going to have you just go random here. Settings are good for now. So let's get some random stuff in through here. And I think that'll be better for us. Bad Blonde is doing fantastic. Look at this profit now. That's awesome. 4 weeks gross is 7.4. We have another award winner on our hands here, folks. This is going to be great. We have 76% attendance at 6,200 showings. Still making over $1 million in week 4. Pretty good. So 76 on that. So I mean, we're still like, I'm gonna go like here just to see how that goes. We're gonna go like about here and here and here. And then we're definitely expanding the advertising. If it lets me go this far, it'd be nice if it does. It does not let me go that far. Okay, so we need to just bring it 2 weeks then instead. There we go. We don't want to break the code. So we're up to almost $52 million now. Very nice. All right, then. Now our production department is done. We now have flexible schedule. Now we have it. So we can go be very flexible with that. Any events that need us to make changes to the schedule will be great. So the next thing is, like, I could go one of these. There's always like a 1/4 chance that these pop up in these random events. But I think because we're kind of getting closer to having higher quality films, we're going to start shifting ourselves into getting into those 8s, 9s, and 10s area scripts as we start to refine and, you know, as the boutique comes in. I think it's going to be necessary in those cases to get over and get another soundstage. So I'm going to put some investment into getting level 3 sound stages instead. Then we can look at high quality service and stuff in the future there too. Police raids are done. Let's go ahead and take a look at very simple really quick here. And it's pinned to 7. Excellent. So post-production didn't bring it down at all. Very nice. Well done, Fred Flynn. Although I'm sure it's because of Keith. It's probably Keith's fault. That's a very interesting poster. I like that. So we have like what, 40 something days. So we're going to have to rush this. So 6 weeks on the print means we start on the 7th week. That's too many days, I think. So I'm going to rush this. You might as well have it. If I'm paying a little bit extra, I can release it in 3 weeks and then get going with it again, maybe. Yeah, I can release it faster if I just go a little bit more. So we'll print a little more expensive here just to really make sure we hit it and get it good. So we'll print really fast. Actually kind of want to hit this gap here. We don't really have a whole lot of competition at all for this film right here. And if I can get in, there's a horror movie here. Yeah, there's like no competition during this time at all. So this is actually a really great time to go. The Wet Camisole is here as an action film. I don't know if it's going to repeat, but we can open during its 4th week. That's not bad. So I actually like targeting this. We'll just max out our showings for this particular time. Although Bad Blonde, we might want to refresh Bad Blonde. I guess I'm just gonna have to buy more theaters. I don't need to buy that many more. Let's go. We'll go like this. Yeah, we'll leave like 1,000 or so for Bad Blonde on that week, and then we'll bring this down. Let's say this far. We'll go about 10,000 there. Let's go down to about 8, and then we'll finally get to like around here, I think, for that week there. Okay, and then because we can advertise very quickly, our effectiveness goes up really quickly there. So we'll just do that. It's kind of generic, isn't it? Nobody's really it's not really a favorite with anyone. So why don't we just go like that? You know, I like it. We'll just go like that and call it a day on that advertising. It's good. Do we get anyone that's willing to do dirty tricks? I think we have enough push in here. And there's no competition in here. It's right here we're going to have to start doing things. So I think I might want to set this up for the next time. These two won't do it, right? It's Opal that will. Yeah. And Opal, I think I'll have you do a surprise wedding appearance. 90% effectiveness on that. And we'll go ahead and apply that. And if we're successful on this, we should be able to push through a little bit more of this extra competition on the second run. All right. So that's how we'll play. Very simple. All right, so we're done in 26 days here, right there. And I think it said like 46, 47 or something days here. It would have been pretty close. I think if we hadn't done that, I think it would have been pretty close. That's done. So we can offer those now. That's great. Now we have all these spicy things over here, which maybe we can take a look at later. But I think as much as I like these things, they're kind of more higher class things. We're not quite there yet. They're expensive. This is pretty cool too, but this is going to be very helpful for fighting off against basically everything I need influence for. So we're going to go ahead and do a luxurious banquet now, which I'm going to assume is something that I have to pay. It's probably like $1 million a plate now, but it'll be more effective in getting me more influence faster. So that's good. Speaking of influence, it's the 1936 Pollux Awards, which we have to sit through now. Hello, Star Surf. Welcome to the 4th annual Pollux Awards. I'm glad to see our friends from Europe in the audience, expatriates who couldn't fit in back home. Well, you can sleep peacefully here in America, where you'll never be threatened with mobs, massacres, and persecution. As you can see, I figured we'd follow tradition and open the ceremony with a joke. Yeah. All right, so, best actor, Alan Calhoun. Come on. Come on. Bill Horton's going to win. All right. It's okay, Alan. Bill's a good guy, too, okay? Best actress. We've got 2 out of the 3 slots here. See what happens. Della Kester. Man, oh man, Mr. and Mrs. Luck. That's a pretty decent title for a name. That's a good movie title. All right. Best director we're not nominated for, so it is what it is. We'll just let that one happen. Cornelius Porter was actually nominated for 2 different movies for best director, so he was probably going to win it anyway. The nominees for best screenplay. We want Herbert Ford. Herbert Ford. Jerry Steele. This is the second award Unreliable Contractor has won. Must have been a pretty good film. Kind of want to see what that film is like. It's a 3.7. It's a 3.7. And he wins again. Best cinematography. That's a 3.7 artistic score. How is that clearing house? Best film. My gosh, I even box office higher than that. And they cleaned house. Wow. It's rigged, I tell you. It's rigged. We're going to have to get them next time. That sucks. This includes the Pollux Awards. Yeah. This concludes this scripted, rigged BS is what it is. What a joke. All right, so we won nothing. Despite having, I think, a better film than Unreliable Contractor. This won Best Film as a 7.0 and a 3.7. I mean, box office was 8.1 million. Its best result was 6th place in any given week. And it won the majority of the awards. Best Screenplay, Best Actor, Cinematography, and Best Film. Wow. It did that better than my films. I guess that's apparently better than my films. I don't think so. I grossed more money. I positioned higher, and I had a much higher score in both popcorn and artistic. So what the F, man? I guess that's just how it goes. You know, it's politics. It's got to be politics. Okay, well, they're not very happy anymore. We're just going to have to, I'll pay the taxes now. It's fine. Oh, frame tone is now maxed out. My team has nothing to do. My research teams have nothing to do. We're actually researching research group 3 right now. Now, this is one of those things where, well, you could be inventing your own technology. I could. You're right, I could. But we're still seeing the advances in technology going right along with us. Once I've got team 3 done, I then can shift over and I'll start doing my own technology, because then I can have 3 teams hitting it and we can advance it much faster. It'll be fine. Okay, well, disappointing Pollux Awards, but, you know, we'll make do. We're kind of a factory here. We're not really looking for the artistic flair yet. When we get to Boutique, then it'll be really targeting the Pollux Awards, and it'll be really all about getting all those fancy schmancy trophies and such there at that point. Branded. I don't know if I like the whole, like, no body, only neck thing going on with that one. I'm going to choose this one. Branded's not a great film, but by Pollux standards, it has enough artistic flair to win all of the awards. So, whatever. Very Simple is here. We're going to be redoing that. It's going to get another play, but I think the other play probably won't go much higher than this. So we'll say maybe here with this. We'll go down to about here. We'll go down to about here. We'll go down to about here. We'll go 6 weeks. Let's not crowd it too much. We'll come to here. It's fine. We'll go just 1 more week over. It's fine. And then that way I can give it a little bit more. I could go just a little bit higher there. It's fine. All right. Branded is going to get a good advertising treatment going through here. Probably for men. Yep. So we can go like this. We can go like this and this. And I'm not really going to concern P0. I think this is probably fine. We'll just get these three. Target these three for this one. If we wanted to get a refresh on some tricks, maybe around here would be okay. We can get any of these guys to do it. Alan will do it. Yeah, Tom Stone loves me now. He's like really loyal now. I don't even need to give him his drugs. He's good now. Alan, I think we'll have you try to help the drunkard. No? Oh. Wait a minute. You won't do this or what? Oh, I see. I see. So he'll participate. He just wants to do the legitimate things. Okay. Do you have that trait? Like chaste or whatever it is? I don't see that on you, but I guess that's how you are. Okay. We'll have you visit... we'll have you visit an orphanage, you know? You can visit an orphanage. About halfway through, so as we start to see the decline in our advertising effectiveness, we'll start to see it ramp up from there. I probably could have, again, put it one more week back, but it's fine. It's okay. All right, Brandon's going in there, and then this will be done. I Wish You Shut Up will be done. Here's Blue Term Iris. I figured another camera technology would come in 1936. So we will buy this, and we're going to want to start developing it right away. However, we want to develop the Iris Deluxe, not this one. This one's okay. It's kind of a downgrade from what we're currently using, but we need to use this in at least 2 films. We only need to use it in 2 films, and then we get the deluxe version, which is definitely something we can advance much better with our 2 teams and stuff too. So 1 film shot with a cinematographer of a level 8 or higher, I can do that, and 2 films shot entirely on location. We can handle that. Homer is going to get acquainted with the Blue Term Iris. So we need to shoot that. So let's go over and get another film going, I guess. It doesn't have to be great, but it has to have a really great cinematographer. That was the stipulation there. So I think maybe we can head over and get this one going. This is a 3 genre thing. It's probably not great for what we're doing as far as the factory goes. We can get started on this one. And as long as we have a really high-end cinematographer is what this. It has to be an 8 or higher. So these ones are the free ones. All we have available is Timothy Erickson, and he loves being on location. So I guess that's fine. We'll have to hire him for 1 movie. It's be very expensive. Super expensive film. But 1 movie. I don't suppose you like cocaine. It's fine. It's fine. 1 movie for $100,000 is sucky, but we'll do it. It's all right. And we'll get you in this. There you go. At least an 8 skill. That's what we want to see. Let's get your happiness up a little bit here. I can get you some of these gifts here to really get you into the green. Obviously, entirely shot on location is what we need here. So 3-star locations for you. Very nice. And unfortunately, 1-star locations here, but it has to be shot entirely on location for this. So it is what it is. Filming technology will be our Blue Term Iris. And we'll go in with Fame to Impure, of course. Let's bulk this up, see if we can't get it to be in the 7s once it shoots. Our producers for this, let's go Joe Sullivan. We'll get a director that's got days left. Roger Fox is something we could use for this. Hypocrisy works for you. It's part of your dig is fighting for the hypocrisy of American life. So there we go. Retired legend. Anyone who's on a timer. Leslie, I really could have put you in here, man. Yeah, it would have been nice. I'm going to refresh your contract. Since you didn't win any awards, that should be fairly cheap to do. Let's get you guys in here, too. I don't want to have it star you, but we'll go ahead and have Alan Shelton could be one of the criminals. We can have Fred Russell be one of the criminals. The retired legend is going to be, I think, he's not really old enough to be retired, but we're going to put Tom Stone in the leading role here. And then the mentor, in this case, can be... it's not super great, but he's on a timer. So Walter Carroll can be in here too. So you got a few people who are just kind of generic in that timer. We're looking for this film to stay in that 5 to 7 range so we can accelerate it. So seems good. Criminal number 3. My goodness. All right, fine. It's gonna be down a little bit, but with Roger Fox behind the helm here and directing everything, it should be all right. Behind the helm, is that correct? It's behind the wheel, isn't it? I guess the helm is. Yeah, now helm is like a generic like ship thing, right? A big ship thing. They call it a helm, right? I got that right. I got it right. I don't think I'm wrong there. I got it right. Donald, yeah, we definitely want to refresh you, and you're just like with us all the time. You know, 7.9 in your professionalism. We've been developing you for years. Let's go ahead and do this. 283 for years. We got you, buddy. Don't worry. You're sticking with us. All right, so Hespro 35 is actually going to have 180 days left until its service ends. That's fast. So, yeah, we definitely have to go into that new camera. Okay, so one more banquet we can hold. And then I think I'm fine on influence now to, you know, influencing the FSAA. In fact, maybe what I could do here, I kind of want to overturn this. I kind of want to get these guys out of here. Maybe we'll try it again. I want to have more security guys. I want to be able to look into people and do some more spy work. 20 days left to vote on this initiative, and it's going to put me... Okay, well, I'm after Gernstein. Yeah, this is fine. I just want to know how these guys are going to vote. So if you could maybe give me a little info on how they're going to vote, that'd be great. All right, so Crown. If I remember correctly, there were two of them that were kind of on my team. One was abstaining before, and then the other was... Ooh. Cool. Filming is done. It's an 8. That's so solid. I don't know if it stays an 8, but it's an 8. And Donald is now... He's now maxed out at 8, but that's all right. It's good. We'll start post-production. We'll put our best people on it. It'll be fine. Fred, you can do this one. Keith will do this one. Here we go. Concert hall, studio improved. Go. And then we're almost done, and I can start letting drugs into my studio again. Very, very close to that. I just want these movies to have a good shot at being good here. All right, so Bad Blonde is still profitable. It's still making some money. We're gonna let it distribute again. It's only 15% of 3,400 showings, but we'll let this get in there, and you can see there's not a lot of showings left here for that one, but that's okay. We're gonna take it down to about that number anyway. So let's say we bring it down to about like this. That's okay. Let that go. Let that stay in theaters a little while longer. It can make a little bit more cash. That's completely fine. All right, so Let's Say is done. Slammed it to a 7.0. We can see that everything just works really well because I wrote it. So, you know, it's going to be good if I wrote it. You know, or at least I wrote the synopsis. You wrote the script. Winning the Beloved is good. Social Rejection. All these things are... I'm seeing Harry as our filmmaker on this one. I think he's going to be a good one for that one. Let's put Ralph Taylor on this one. We want to go entirely on location, right? And this is a 9.5 too, so we really didn't even have to hire the other guy. I just kind of wasted the money there, didn't I? We want to get this done with the blue film. We don't need a soundstage because it's entirely on location. Yep. Let's go filming technology, Blue Iris. And when this film is done shooting, that will tick all the boxes for us to start researching the Pure. Alvin can go here. Director is... Oh, not Harley. It's the other guy. Is he busy? Herman. That's what I wanted. Winning the Beloved and Love Triangle. Herman is not ready for 25 more days. I really want him as director on this. Ambitious Woman. I feel like this is a Gertrude role, but her contract is going to be expired. So I think maybe we leave this. This could be a Wanda thing. This could be a Wanda role. I think this is a Wanda role. Love interest for this. We can put Donald on this one. That's good. I like that. The rival here. I'd really like this to... You know what? We could put Jane Fisher in here. Give her some experience, you know? We could put her in here. And then the patriarchal figure. Let's let this be... his contract expiring. I don't want to really hurt the movie super hard. Let's have Gerald do this. All right, so we have a lot of big names. We're gonna have that director here on this. We're gonna hold off for 25 days until he's done, and then get him on that. So we were not able to successfully remove this secret. I'm thinking I don't want to have two secrets happening at once, but I need to get the meth in here. So we're gonna make a big purchase here So it's all one secret, because every time you buy this, it's another secret, and I don't want that. So we're going to get a whole bunch of it in here. I've got tons of cash. So why don't we just get like 30 of it? That's fine. We'll apply this. That'll give us a secret to deal with, and we'll have to put another security guy in this too. Oh, is it the same? Oh, it's only one. It's still one secret, and every time we do it, it gets... Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I like that. So it's not two separate instances. Yeah, okay. Love that. If we take you out of this and assign a level 4, it's the same odds. It's the same odds. All right, Craig, go back in there and do your job. Doesn't seem to change anything, you know? All right, so we're going to release very simple. That ticks this demand. Factory, our second one in a row. Very good. We need to get the third one going too. So let's hold off on making any new movies until we know what that is. Very simple. Ends up actually being a really good film. A- Kino mark. It's going to make some money. You know, I spent $779,000 on it, and it's going to make millions. It's going to be great. Lots of star power involved in this one too. Yeah, this is good. And it's, of course, locked in as fresh. So great. Didn't find any new story elements, but, you know, it's fine. Bernard, can I have you write a script? I really want my script department guy to get more levels, and I can do that easier with writing scripts. Do you have any comedy ideas? Maybe we just let you do this. Let's let Bernard just do this synopsis. What do you want to write about, Bernard? You go ahead and just write whatever you want, okay? It's fine. Just write it. This is a very cheap script. Yep, we'll take that one. These are all very cheap, and they could potentially get me what I need for my factory, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy them both. Okay, lots of scripts ready to go. My writers are just synopsis seekers, or they're just element seekers is all they are, for the most part. Villain's right hand, love it. Antagonist assistant, who often carries out villainous plans of his master, love it. Felix, you'll finish. Okay, here we go. The new demands. We need a detective movie with Ricky Gregory in 330 days. That right there that's looking like the one I want. This one here requires the bounty hunter thing, which I don't even have. So this is the one. So now we need Ricky Gregory, who is already working for us. Yeah, his contract's going to expire soon, so we should work on that right away. And he's at 100 ready to go. We just need a detective movie. So we're going to come off of this. We're going to find the film he's making. It has to be what? It's just 60% detective. Okay. So Ricky Gregory making a 60% detective movie. I have a 100% detective movie here called Garbage Man. It doesn't matter who the protagonist is, right? It's just about the genre. It's just about the genre. No other requirements. And he's good for detective movies. So this is great, actually. Okay, so Garbage Man is my detective movie with him. I think we do this. Let's start this movie. Cinematographer for this will be Jack Sharp. We can shoot this on location as well. That's fine. Actually, it's better this way because we already have a film being shot by that higher end cinematographer. So what we can do is, since we're putting off the production of the other movie until we have the right director, because of that, I can have Ralph Taylor have an even better film by using the better camera. I can have him use the better blue camera, right? So that works for me too. This is all on location then. Filming technology, we're going to use the blue turnum iris, and we're going to do this one. There we go. We have all of these fixins here too. It's 126 days to shoot because the camera's not that practical yet. We're going to put Ricardo Wagner as our producer here. Our director for this film, Chance at a Better Life. It's all very fresh elements too. I'm liking that. Chance at a Better Life is... This is the protagonist gets one. He doesn't have the struggle, but he's getting it anyway. Okay. So it doesn't really matter who I choose for this. No, it does. We need Ricky Gregory to do this. Yeah, exactly. So that's what this is. This is our director for this. Cop. I have to refresh your contract, but you are well known for being a cop. So maybe we negotiate your contract. Exactly how much do you want for this one movie. 60,000. That sounds about right. You have illegal tendencies, though. I forget what you like. What is it that you like? Is it heroin? Is it cocaine? Which one is it? I forget what it is. I feel like it's one of these two things. You know what? It's fine. We're just gonna do this. I'll pay you this, plus I'll give you the heroin because you like that kind of thing. Yeah, it is. This is the symbol. It's the symbol is what he likes. So, okay, seems good. I'll extend your contract out that far. You can be my cop. Cool. And then evil monster. Let's have Steve Austin. That sounds great to be our evil monster here for this film. Okay, everything seems good here on paper. It's a detective movie with Ricky Gregory, and it's going to be done in 126 days without acceleration, which we're going to accelerate it anyway. So we're going to go ahead and make that. Yep. Ted Phillips, let's go ahead and have you finish this. I want to go ahead and have you guys look for new things. I want everybody who's looking for elements to just be doing random ones now, because I'm not entirely sure what else I need, but I don't need settings. So I'm going to have you guys do random ones for now. Okay, here we go. So we can have that started. Garbage Man is already happening. When this movie's completed, we will have our director back, Herman Watson. We can have him back, and we can use the better camera for his movie. Limit the number of security agents. Okay, let's see. I mean, I have lots of influence, so I should be able to override this, but is it worth it? Okay, so Marganese is actually going to help me. So why don't we put 600 into this and see if that's good enough? Because I don't know how much more these guys are going to bid than these guys or vice versa. So there could be as much as 100 discrepancy here. So let me fill in the gap there. I'm going to vote for it. These guys are going to vote big. Wow. Okay. A lot more than I thought you were going to. Yeah. Okay. I really didn't need to put that much into it, but that's okay. So now we're no longer limited on the number of security agents that we can have, which means I can hire more. Perfect. So let's come over here and get some more people in here. These are level 2s. You're in. I'm going to hire you. We have some level 2s over here. Let's say you're level 2 at 449. That's pretty cheap. We'll have you. And these are all level 1s. I'd rather have, like, say, let's have another level 2 here. So we have 3 extra ones. Why am I doing 3 extra ones? Well, I have a lot of influence right now, right? And I get more experience for finding information on people. That's the whole point. So I want to go in. I want to find information on people. Okay, I'm looking for, illegal tendencies on people, right? So we're going to look for, like, Charlie Graham, for example. I'm going to see if he likes... His contract's up next year. So he's an actor up next year. So let's see if he has any illegal tendencies. We can do that by having some of our guys look for that and level them up. So let's have Peter Dawson look for that. Bobby Martin is somebody we could look for. We know he likes heroin. We discovered that. He's not hired, but we can give him stuff. Let's look for dirt, though. Maybe we can hire him for cheaper. We'll have Howard do that one because we want someone really reliable to do that one. Margaret Cochran, she's super expensive. Like, so expensive. Let's look for illegal tendencies with our level 2 here. Okay, and then maybe Alice. She's so cheap. Alice is so cheap. Can I just hire you? Let me just hire you. You can play in my all-female movie. Like, that's crazy how cheap you are. I mean, if I even knew you had illegal tendencies, I would be able to hire you for even less money. But all right, cool. Same thing with you, Harry. He's lazy is the problem. Della Kester just won these awards, right? Award-winning Della Kester. Well, let's find some dirt on her. Maybe we'll have Ricardo do that. So now I can do more things with the spy game stuff. I can find more information, get them leveled up, and then eventually do things like, I could do all the beatings and the kidnappings and all those things too if I want to. Okay, we can no longer use the Sonotone Nominus or its, higher form. The farm girl protagonist. A country bumpkin who quickly gets over her head, but despite her foolishness, she melts everyone's hearts with her kindness and perseverance. Okay. This is the Reese Witherspoon role right here. All right, there we go. We have 7 days. left to pick for factory. I might just do it now because we can definitely hit the deadline. So I don't want to get busy with things and forget, you know? That's gross. What a script. What a script. So it's a thriller that takes place in the Wild West. Yeah, everything else kind of works out pretty well there. Okay, so good script. Script department getting big boosts there because we're actually writing our own scripts now. That's good. And we can shelve that and we'll start that up later. Let's go ahead and get our script writer to do another one here. So you should be... Oh, that was a freelance job, wasn't it? Yeah, that was a freelance job. Okay, never mind. So anyway, I think I've given it enough of time here. I don't really need any extra time for this. So before I forget, let's just go ahead and select that demand. There we go. Perfect. Mad scientist. Ah, the antagonist. Yes, a genius with little regard for ethics or morality uses his inventions, be they robots, mutants, or viruses, to achieve his villainous ends. Love it. We'll have you just repeat it. It's fine.